you have an opening statement.
Well, you're always happy when you can win a game, especially to start out the season. So, we're happy with the win, but there's some areas we have to need to get better at. I thought A&T did a really good job of staying aggressive and continuing to battle and capitalize on some of the mistakes that we made in terms of turning over the basketball. I thought we did a good job on the glass, but I thought our assist to turnover ratio obviously needs to get better with 12 assists and 14 turnovers. So defensively, we've got some work to do, but we've got a chance to correct those things before we go down to South Carolina and get ready for that tough tournament there.
Questions?
Danny, with the assist to turnover ratio and that kind of thing, Brandon played most of the game and had 6 assists, 1 turnover. So how do you address the rest of the team and what needs to change there?
Olivia can't turn it over 5 times. You see the stat sheet. Yeah. That's it. I mean, that's part of it. I mean, it's not just him. We all can do a better job of handling the ball, but one player should never have that many turnovers in a game.
Was anything said to Jalen in the halftime locker room? He had a double-double in the second half alone.
Yes.
What was it?
Basically, for you, play better.
It worked.
Yeah, it did. I might try that before the game next time.
On that note, what do you expect from Jalen? What expect him to give you night to night?
You know what? I mean, all these guys, we want you to play hard. Obviously, that's the first thing. We want you to make easy plays. We want you to guard, scout, and report. And then execute our offense. If you guard, scout, and report, it's going to put you in the right spot to do what you're supposed to defensively. If you execute our offense, it's going to give us a chance to get quality shots and get the ball where we need to get the ball to. So all of our guys need to have that mindset and understand that with this team, I've said it and I'll continue to say it, it's going to be a different guy every night. It's going to be a different guy every night. And that's kind of how this team is built, and that's kind of what you get when you have as many new players as we have. It's kind of what it is. So, I thought Brandon had a really good game tonight in terms of the way he shot the ball. He rebounded the ball. He had 6 assists with 1 turnover. I thought that was really, really good for him, a great floor game. And that's the type of play, that we need from him on a nightly basis to be competitive. He's the one guy on our team I'm going to put some pressure on to perform. He's been there. He has the minutes. He knows what it's all about, and that's what he needs to do as the quarterback of our team.
You have to imagine you're happy with the energy that you got from Isaiah Mushin's off the bench, but the kid's got some talent to go with that energy too, doesn't he?
Isaiah's really talented. He's really talented and extremely versatile. And I'm going to probably have to find some more minutes for him in terms of what his production. 13 points on 8 shots is really good. 5 rebounds. I think he can do a little bit better. No, he needs to do better on that rebounding total. He's better than 1 every 4 minutes.
Coach, Olivier had, obviously with the career high minutes helps, but getting career high free throw attempts with 9. Is getting to the free throw line going to be a big part of his success this year?
For everybody's success, individually, we want guys to get to the free throw line, and we give guys quotas on how many times they need to get to the free throw line in both halves, and I thought he did a good job of that. O's got to reward himself a lot of times too, because he's getting that ball in point blank range, and he's got to be able to finish some of those. And a couple of them were knocked out of his hand today. So, he's got to finish better, but certainly happy he got to the free throw line 9 times. Probably like to see him be 7 of 9 opposed to 6 from 9. But, the 5 turnovers and the 2 defensive rebounds, he's got to improve upon.
You mentioned the assist to turnover ratio, and you already talked a little bit about the turnover part of that. But 12 assists on 28 buckets, is that lower than what you'd like? And does that show that they're still trying to get used to your system a little bit, or just the earliest in the season? Or?
No, I mean, I look at the stat sheet and we had 24 second chance points. So we got 17 offensive rebounds. And if you get an offensive rebound and you're point blank, you can lay it up. Let's lay it up.
Yeah.
And I think that happened for us quite a bit in terms of getting 24 second chance points. I don't know the exact ratio. I'm sure we didn't get every offensive rebound and score. I know we kicked some out, but we got a good amount point blank range on offensive rebounds.
Just how polished is Jalen as a freshman versus other guys he's coached early on in their first year? This early on, that is.
Jalen's got some talent. He's got some talent, but he's still got a lot of work to do. Not just him, all of our guys. Nobody's a finished product. So we've got to continue to work and stack days and get better each time we step out there, whether it's drill to drill, practice to practice, game to game, day to day. And that's the mindset that we're trying to get our guys to understand.
Coach, going back a bit to that first half, when the Aggies were hanging tight, it seemed that Brandon was always there to respond with a big three or steal, or just pushing the tempo and getting assists. How important has he been for you guys as a leader so far? What do you need from him going forward with setting an example for the young guys and just having a bit of a presence?
Well, I just told you we need him to play like this every game. He did a lot of good things for us tonight. He's still got room to improve. But I thought he took shots within the flow of the offense. A couple times he blew the ball up the court, attacked the rim, and got fouled and got to the free throw line. I think against zones he needs to drive and penetrate gaps a little bit more after we get the ball reversed, because he can be really, really good in that area, breaking the defense down. But today I thought he was really good in terms of looking at his stat line. Now I'll go back and watch film tonight and tomorrow and might have a different assessment of it. But I think his stat line looks really good.
Coach Ikena wasn't dressed to play today. Do you anticipate that being a long problem with him, and also what did you think of what Sunday did in his?
Ikena, when I'm told he can go, he goes. It's kind of what it is. That's how I am with injuries. When the trainers and the doctors give you the okay, you put him back out there if he can practice. And I'm happy with what I see on the practice court, then he'll be available to go into the games if I choose to put him in. I thought Sunday was outstanding. He had 4 rebounds in 4.5 minutes, took a charge. I thought he was outstanding for us.
Coach A&T had 22 turnovers. Was that a product of your defense getting better, as you spoke about the other day?
They had how many turnovers?
That's points. Oh, excuse me. Well, how was the defense today? Did you see
What game were you watching? Okay, all right, no worries. No, you know what? Like I said, they turned us over and they were able to score 22 points off our turnovers. And so, and the thing about some of the turnovers we had, they were live ball turnovers. Like we're trying to outlet passes to guys that aren't looking, and they're hitting our guys in the back or off the leg, and they're scooping it up and going down and attacking. So, I'd rather, if we turn the ball over, I've said this to our guys, throw it in the 5th row. At least we can set our defense up. If you're going to turn it over, turn it over. Hit somebody in the 1st row. No, don't.
Have you ever turned it over so bad you hit someone in the 5th row?
Yeah, I have. I've turned it over.
On your defense, it seemed like there were several really good possessions for your team defensively. How would you grade it? It seemed maybe a little bit uneven in terms that you had some really good possessions, and then some obviously not quite to that same extent.
You know what? A lot of times for us, they probably score with 6 or 7 seconds on the shot clock. Yeah. And we'll guard for the last 6 or 7, and then all of a sudden we'll have a breakdown somewhere. Somebody's not locked in, or this was also bad for us. They shot a lot of threes. They shot 26 threes. Yeah. So rule of thumb is long shots, long rebounds. So we would box out and run to the rim, and the ball bounce over our head. It's like box out, find the ball, and then go get it. So, you know, that we have to get better in those areas as well.
Anything else for Coach? All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Coach.